Back in May of last year, Bring Her Back was released upon the world and was met with extreme controversy. Not because of the film's graphic content, but rather because of the people behind the camera. They were YouTubers. How dare these YouTubers make a film? YouTubers cannot be artists at all, of any kind. How dare they? How fucking dare you? All you fuckers care about is clicks and your thumbnail faces and your algorithms. That's AI, motherfucker. That's what we hate. Fuck you. You hear that, Timmy T? Or should I say, Modded Controller 360? Yeah, we got your ass. You ain't getting that motherfucking Oscar, baby. You're a YouTuber. You ain't a fucking artist, boy. Film Twitter in particular was not happy about a bunch of fucking YouTubers making a movie and started sending death threats and other shit to the Filippo brothers and arguing online about how YouTubers are not, cannot, and never will be a true artist. But truck drivers can. So, there you go. Film Twitter is, in general, more welcoming to Trump supporter and director of the Melania movie, Brett Ratner, than they are of YouTube filmmakers. So in other words, if you want to make a movie that is well-liked by the public, you're better off being a piece of shit Republican than you are a YouTuber. The discussion only worsened with the release of Shelby Oaks, directed by YouTube film critic Chris Stuckman, and which also had mixed reception online. But this leads us here to Iron Lung, the new film directed by Markiplier. The key difference between this and the other two films I just mentioned is that Mark is generally loved online. Like, really loved. So, naturally, people were more inclined to give this film a fair shot than, when compared to the other two. I mean, and the amount of support that Markiplier has gotten for this film is just absolutely insane. The film is now playing in over 3,000 screens without a distributor or studio backing. That does not happen. My local theater is a very small theater, right? They only play big movies and they got Iron Lung. That doesn't happen, bro. That doesn't fucking happen. The amount of love and support behind this film would not happen if Markiplier wasn't a special figure in the YouTube community. Everyone just wants him to succeed, which begs the question, did he succeed? Is the movie any good? Can YouTubers make movies? There's a lot riding on this one, I guess. Iron Lung follows a convict played by Markiplier, who is locked inside of a dingy little submarine and must navigate a blood ocean to find valuable resources that might ensure the survival of humanity and hopefully earn his freedom. That is the very basic plot of the film. There is a lot more lore behind it, but that will take way too long to explain and just makes this whole review complicated. I'm trying to simplify it here. First things first, the film visually looks really, really good. The sets all feel tangible and real and is photographed beautifully by cinematographer Philip Roy. The sets are practical and you can tell they spent a lot of time creating this environment. I mean, every single penny is on display here. This is a case where a film looks way more expensive than it actually is. But not only does it look beautiful, it feels so claustrophobic, which is necessary for this film. It really builds the tension. The setting alone makes you feel just so uncomfortable. There's constant leaking and drippage, and it feels like this thing is just waiting to fall apart visually. It just looks like it's gonna die any minute now. And to add on to that, the sound design itself and the constant rattling of the submarine is super unnerving. You really feel like this thing is gonna collapse at any second, and seeing it in a theater with a great big sound system really pulls you in, really immerses you and makes you feel fucking uncomfortable. Makes it very, very engaging. Mark himself is also a much better actor here than I was anticipating. I thought he was pretty good in his own YouTube series, but in here he is really giving it his all. He's playing a character who carries a lot of trauma and anger within him. Much like the Iron Lung itself, his character also feels like he's about to just explode at any minute during the film's runtime. This is a slow burn. It might be too slow for some audiences, so just keep that in mind. And I personally think that that's a fair argument to have, and I kind of agree. This film is over 2 hours long, and I think it would have worked better as a tight 90. Especially with this film taking place entirely in one setting, it is really difficult to try and stretch this out for a long runtime, and I don't know if he necessarily succeeded in that. There are scenes that do kind of drag on for a bit too long, particularly in the middle section of the film. There's also scenes about the lore that don't really add much to the narrative, and kind of lack any sort of meaningful payoff in the third act. Speaking of the third act, that's fucking wild. It's a fucking crazy third act. It's so gross and fun, and it's where the film is at its best. It makes the slow burn aspect of the film worth it, but I don't know if it justifies the runtime in the same way. Overall, though, I did enjoy this film. I don't have a lot to say about it thematically or anything like that. I just think it's a pretty fun time. I don't know. It's a fun claustrophobic thriller. I don't think I loved it, but I think it's very well made and well constructed. I just think this film needs a slight recut where it would make the narrative a lot more focused and just keep the tension at an all-time high for a good 90 minutes. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Iron Lung. Does it mean that YouTubers can make movies? I don't know. I don't think I should be the judge of that. I'm not a YouTube critic. I just think the online discussion is really dumb. Like, that's all it is. If you're this is my message to you, future filmmakers who might also be YouTubers. If you're a person with a soul, you can make a movie. You can make art. You can do great things, okay? Don't let some fuck-ass, bitch-ass person on Twitter tell you what you can and cannot do, okay? Listen to me, a guy with under 500 subscribers. But no, I don't think that being a YouTuber means you can't make movies or that you lack a soul or anything like that, or you can't be an artist. But I might not have loved Iron Lung. I might not have loved Shelby Oaks, but it doesn't mean I don't view these things as art. There's clear heart and soul put into these projects. And yeah, I'm hoping Mark makes more movies. I'm hoping this is a learning experience for him, much like how I hoped Shelby Oaks was a learning point for Chris Stuckman. I'm hoping this is a learning point for Mark, and he can take what he learned on this project to make even better things in the future. I'm really excited to see where he goes from here. But yeah, have you guys seen Iron Lung? Let me know down in the comments below. I would love to know your guys' thoughts on it. Are you guys a fan of Markiplier? Are you guys not? Let me know. And yeah, that's going to do it for this one. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around. Long live cinema.